Welcome to the New Year's Eve episode. It'll just be me today.
Today we're making the champagne cocktail. What did you do? Did you spill it?
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're gonna be making the champagne cocktail. It was first mentioned in Jerry Thomas's bartending guide in 1862, and what makes it elevated and fancy is because we're using Angostura bitters and sugar cubes. Girl, is that the right way to open it?
No. 1 sugar cube, 2 sugar cube. Then we have the bitters. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I fucked up. I stained this. It just dropped in there. It wasn't my fault.
First it was the bitters, then it was the sugar. Honestly, she needs to get it together.
I also have sparkle to be on
Oh my gosh.
New Year's Eve theme. That's a lot. Ooh. Oh my god.
That's even more. This is my first meal of the day.
We got the edible glitter for Amazon, so we are worried about that. Oh my god, they're so cute.
That is so pretty. Since you're closer, you can.
Oh. It's okay.
Did it hit the fire?
Oh my god. Why don't you both do the same thing? Don't learn from your mistakes. Let's try.
Tastes like regular champagne.
Yeah.
I can't taste anything. I don't taste the sugar. Are you allowed to add simple syrup to champagne?
We already added sugar. There's a cube at the bottom.
The cube is doing nothing.
Oh, you want it to be sweeter? I feel like Prosecco's already pretty sweet.
I think it doesn't taste like anything. I wouldn't taste like the bitters aren't doing anything. It's just gold champagne. Maybe that's what it's meant to be. They lied. This is not an elevated drink. It's just champagne.
I don't taste the bitters at all.
I don't taste the bitters at all. Should we add more? What do they taste like?
I don't know, but they smell delicious.
Oh, this does. I'll just.
Oh.
Do you want more?
Tell me how that is first.
Okay. The aromatic bitters. Well, it is aromatic, so it's just for the smell and not for the taste.
Is it?
It just hit me. Am I wearing my 2025 correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We have nothing to yap about.
Am I the asshole for kicking my roommate out after finding out she was secretly recording me in my apartment?
What? Yeah. No, you're not. Why would you? Immediately no. Immediately no.
I, 25 female, live in a 2-bedroom apartment with my roommate Sarah, 26 female. We've been friends for years and decided to move in together to save money. For the most part, it's been fine until recently. A few weeks ago, I started noticing weird things, like my stuff being moved around when I wasn't home. I asked about it, and she brushed it off, saying maybe I was imagining it or forgetting where I'd put things. One night, I was up late and noticed a blinking light coming from one of my bookshelves. I found a small hidden camera tucked between some books. I freaked out and confronted her. She admitted she'd put cameras in the common areas of my room because she felt unsafe and wanted to monitor the apartment. She claimed it wasn't a big deal because she wasn't watching the footage unless something happened, but I felt completely violated. I told her it was an invasion of my privacy and she didn't have the right to record me without my consent. She tried to argue that since we share the apartment, she has a right to know what's happening in it. I disagreed, especially since the cameras were hidden in my personal space. After a heated argument, I told her she had to move out by the end of the month. She's now telling mutual friends I'm overreacting and that she was just trying to feel safe. Some of them are saying I should have handled it differently or given her a chance to stay, but to me, this is a deal breaker.
But handled it differently. First of all, I was gonna put hands on you and then I was calling the cops. I was gonna call the cops on myself after I beat you down. Because what do you mean you put cameras in my room for your safety?
I would have called the police. All of the comments are saying that. You should have called the cops. You need to hire a lawyer and get the recorded footage back. Like, she could have been selling that online.
Exactly.
Like, some people just watch women sleep. Like, you don't even need to be doing anything.
Forget OnlyFans. Have you heard of Only Roommates? It's where your roommate secretly records you and then use the money to pay the rent.
This is why I also, have a weird thing about cameras. I have so many stories about cameras. I have a weird thing about cameras because every apartment I go into, if they have a pet, I look for the pet cameras because they have pet cameras. But then people don't tell you, and I've been with friends who I've seen spy on their significant others through the pet camera, and as she should have though. But when she spied, she heard her husband talking about her, essentially, yes, to his friends. But again, it's an invasion of privacy. It's
100%.
And she spied on me when I was there once. Another story, I was in St. Thomas with other people in this like Airbnb, and the Airbnb host had a photo. His Airbnb was like through 2 floors, and he lived on the bottom floor, and then we lived on the top floor was the Airbnb. And his photo on the Airbnb was a couple, like him and his like what I assumed to be his ex-wife, because he was the only person we saw, and he claimed to be living in the first floor with his wife, but like we didn't see her the whole time we were there. And this was in St. Thomas, and he was this like white American guy who was from like I don't know where. He just had a really weird vibe, and he like retired there. And then every time we would go into the bathroom, when we would turn on the light, it would light up blue. And it would make like a little noise. So it literally sounded like a camera lighting up. Like it was the weird, like it literally, I saw it and I was like, that is a camera. Like people didn't believe me, and I'm pretty sure, so the whole time I used the bathroom in the dark. Everyone else just didn't think it was a big deal. They were like, it's not a camera. I'm certain it was a camera.
Yeah.
Then I have a friend who, when she was interning somewhere, it came out that someone at the place she was interning had cameras in the women's restroom. So she was filming, she was underage. So it became a whole big, like, the guy's in prison. And then I have 2 other stories. So
scary.
I have so many camera stories. I didn't even think about this when I saw this. I'm just like really weird about cameras. I'm always looking for cameras at every public restroom I go into.
Wait, you didn't even give your thoughts on it. You just told us a crazy situation.
My thoughts were call the police. Grab her by the neck.
Exactly.
Honestly, I can't promise I wouldn't be violent.
The intent of her putting it in the bookcase was to not be known. Like, because if you were so scared for your safety, you would tell her that it was there. Like, that's weird. Your roommate recording you?
Because
That's in your own private space. You're afraid of your own well-being while your roommate is in their own private space.
The only logical thing I can think of, which this is not in defense of the roommate at all, but I bet the reason she did it, she either is doing it one to like make money and stream it.
Do you think she has an OnlyFans for her roommate?
That's one option. The second option, the more realistic option, is she lost something and she thinks her roommate stole it, and so she's trying to catch her roommate.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think that's why I have to live by myself, honestly.
I think there should be repercussions for people who misbehave at the movie theater. No transition. Straight into the next topic. I was thinking about that yesterday. Because we were watching, yes, with my siblings. These people in front of us were talking the whole fucking time, to the point where people behind us were screaming at them to shut up.
Oh.
They were speaking so loudly, and then the woman next to me kept like, there was a scene where like one of the characters bites into a live pigeon, and she's screaming. She's like, this is demonic, which it is. The movie's like demonic. Like any of the like lines you hope a movie would never cross, they cross. But it's really good. Like, I'd watch it again. But I'm not gonna lie, when she kept screaming about how demonic it is, I was like, am I gonna be punished for watching this?
Oh my god. I think there needs to be security in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Like, in every showing
system.
Yes.
Every cough, every phone check, points. You get 4 points, you're out.
Like, you're banned from the theater for a month.
Okay. I want your opinion on this one. I think you'll have a strong opinion.
Why do I not have a strong opinion?
Am I the asshole for letting my friend cancel her plane ticket after we argued about her bringing her new boyfriend on the girls' trip?
No. Immediately not. First of all, you're bringing your boyfriend on the girls' trip. He needs to be vetted. Unless he's a girl, unless he's going to be advocating for all of us doing
unless he's getting put to work as well.
Right.
For the free drinks.
But you can't bring someone unvetted onto a girls' trip and then bring a boy. Get out of my face.
Okay, wait. I feel like that one is too easy. I want a controversial one where it's like a little bit more gray area.
Okay.
This looks like it might be it.
We just read the title. We just like, listen.
Am I the asshole for surprising my parents with a trip to Italy and telling them my little sister cannot come? So my wife and I are finally at a place in our lives where we can show appreciation to our parents. Right when we felt we could financially afford it, we decided to surprise our parents. My mom and dad and her mom with a trip to Italy. We wrapped up a small frame and wrote a card. On the day we were giving them the present, my 2 younger sisters were present, 15 and 20. Those are young. Both of our moms were over the moon receiving the gift, but my little sister, 15, immediately started crying, saying that she's always wanted to go to Italy and was upset she was not included. First of all, you have your whole fucking life ahead of you.
Right. Get over yourself.
This present was meant to treat our parents into something special where they can relax for 10 days without taking care of another person. It is also a trip so that my wife and I can spend time with them. My little sister made the moment about herself, and then it led to my mother immediately saying for her to come. My mom would do the same. Like, it's such a mother sacrifice.
Yeah, it's just like, oh no, it's okay, just let her come. No, leave her home.
My wife was upset from this as she looked forward to this moment, but it became shadowed by my little sister's response. When my wife and I were deciding on the trip, our main goal was for just our parents to come. We wanted to be an adult-only trip and had already made plans for my other sisters, 22 and 20, to watch the 15-year-old sister while we were gone. We offered our house if it was easier to watch her there. We told my parents that we did not want my younger sister going as it goes against the purpose of the gift and felt she did not deserve to go with how she reacted. My parents buckled down and said that if my younger sister could not come on the trip and they did not want to go, my mom states that it is because she would be worried sick being apart from my sister and didn't want to be away from her for that long. It would make sense. But my wife and I took my younger sister to Hawaii over the summer for 10 days away from my parents, and they had no issue.
Bull.
Edit, if my sister were to go, my parents did say they would cover my sister's cost, FYI.
I feel like the cost is not the point. It's the principle and the meaning behind the whole trip. It was supposed to be sort of like a bonding experience with the adults, just to get away and be adults and not have to take care of, just because she's acting like a spoiled brat does not mean she should be allowed to go. I personally don't care. She could stay home.
I agree.
She could stay
I
home.
hate that's my least favorite age. The 13 to
I don't know. Children are
19. Unbearable.
Yeah. The audacity to believe that she is entitled to go on this trip because she has wanted to go, so she should be able to go.
But also the selfishness, I feel like before your frontal lobe develops, or just before you work through stuff, you don't have the ability to you don't appreciate your parents. If you have good parents, of course. But at that age, I have amazing parents, and at that age I was such a little brat to my parents. I didn't care. I was so selfish. I didn't think like that. So it's partially her age, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
also because she is a younger sister, that also adds to it.
Yeah.
She just believes she should get everything that she wants. You gotta humble them. Controversial take, but the youngest siblings should work their way out of jail. There's something mentally wrong with them. Their entitlement is terrifying.
Are you talking about men?
Huh?
Just like men.
Just like men.
Pow, 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 pow. We should do an episode where we dress up as boxers.
Oh, I thought she was going in the cozy pajamas type.
Oh.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sleepover.
A
sleepover episode? That would be so cute. We're all in
matching
pajamas.
That's really cute. I was gonna say this one time I took an Uber. It was 4 a.m. and it was when I lived with my parents, so he drove me all the way up to Westchester, and then when he dropped me off, we were talking the whole time. He was like, oh, I have something for you in my
trunk?
Yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah, what you got for me? He pulls out the trunk and he's like, I have this business where I sell boxing gloves. Here's a new pair. And he gave me a whole new pair of boxing gloves. And he was in the package.
For freezy?
Yeah.
Oh!
It was a whole new pair. It was in the package. And I was so hyped. I was like, thank you so much.
You look so good in that top. I feel like your little diamond necklace really sets it off.
Wait, really? Is it right on the clavicle?
Yeah, it looks real. I literally would never love that. I would have never been like, yes, it's sitting on that clavicle.
I'm gonna borrow this shirt all the time.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Am I the asshole for refusing my father's inheritance because of his absurd conditions? Is it you must get married or?
I want to read these.
Do you know where there's this book? Was it Anna Huang? No, I don't think it's Anna Huang, but there was this Terms and Conditions. I think it's called Terms and Conditions, and it was a 3-part series, and the dad was like, you need to get married in order to take in order to get your fortune or whatever. And so he found like this girl and they started dating. And
That feels counterproductive. Because the whole point of a fortune is that you are protected. The whole point of a marriage is so that you are stable.
The dad.
They have the same purpose. So if you don't have that one, you should have that one.
No, the dad wanted the son to get married.
Oh, it was the son. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Go on.
You're like, oh, it was the man that needs to get married? It's fine.
What were the terms and conditions? I'm trying to keep you talking so you don't notice that I went for more marshmallows.
No, I think he genuinely just wanted his son, or was it like his grandson or stepson or something like that, to get married. Because I feel like he was always,
Oh, that's a choice. Okay.
Looks less cute, but I'm curious if it would like dissolve.
That you're thinking of cotton candy. They do that with cotton candy a lot.
We were supposed to have cotton candy. I can taste the sugar and the bitters. I love contractual marriages or contractual dating. Oh, because it always...
So it was a contractual thing that they ended up loving each other?
Yeah, it always is. It always is. Be like, no touching, no this, no that, and then they end up touching.
The one bed trope? Are we big fans of the one bed trope? Like, oh, let's go to my dad's mansion off the coast of...
Be like, oh no, all the other bedrooms burned down, but this one... With this one massive king bed?
No. It's not a king, it's a twin.
Oh, they have to be cozy and snuggly. I'll take the floor. I will take the floor. Just give me the blanket. Like, I can't have you.
I recently rewatched the Divergent series because I've been on a kick, you know? And Theo James lets the girly pop sleep in his bed and he sleeps on the floor. And in none of the movies does she say, come, sleep up here.
Here we go again, talking about our favorite white boy, Theo James. You should come. You should say Theo.
Theo James.
Yeah.
Theo James.
I read the books like way back when. Like
I know the
way
ending's
back
bad.
then.
I know the ending's bad.
I honestly don't remember the ending. I feel like I probably got pissed off. Like, I have a general good feeling about the book. I'm like, oh yeah, I liked it. I don't remember anything that happened in it though.
Oh.
But the ending being bad probably
Is because I think Trish dies.
Oh my god, yes, that was so shitty.
Is that what happens? I just
Yeah.
guessed.
I do believe she did die. I think she died in the last one, in Allegiant.
They never finished the movie.
They didn't, because apparently it didn't do good. I think it did. I'm like, someone could have picked that up.
I just don't really personally like that actress. So it's hard for me to watch. Like, I think everyone else's performance is so good except hers. She's just not a good actress, and she shows no chemistry. Like, the chemistry is all coming from him, not from her. Like, he's good at it.
I do agree with you on that. I 100% agree with you on that. I think I also had a bias towards her. Like, not even in a good way. I feel like I was still neutral towards her because of her performance in...
Secret Life of American Teenager?
Yeah.
That means you liked her?
No, it was neutral.
Yeah.
It was specifically neutral because of that. It wasn't like I liked her more or less because of it. It was just like, I already know your behavior. And I feel like she was just Amy, but Amy in Divergent.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it felt to me too. She did not feel badass or like the vibe that they were trying to play her off as.
Yeah. Oh, let's read the...
That was not me being like, read it. I was just making sure that it didn't die. Like, it didn't close, you know, so it was dark.
Hi, I need help deciding if I made the right choice. A few months ago, my father passed away. We had a complicated relationship. He was very controlling and couldn't handle things not going his way. When his will was read, I was shocked to find out the conditions he had set for me to receive my share of the inheritance. The will stated that I would receive a significant amount of money and the family home, but only if I met 3 requirements. This is a book. I haven't even read the requirements, but y'all, I'm excited. Okay. I had to move into the house and live there for at least 5 years. Why does that feel like you're trying to get citizenship in another country? Like Portugal or something?
No, literally, because it has to be 5 years.
Yeah. 2, I couldn't sell or rent out any property I had already owned. Okay. 3, I had to take in his dog, a massive mastiff that I never liked and never cared for. While I understand the dog was important to him, I'm not in a position to uproot my life to meet these conditions. I have my own home, a stable life in another city, and I don't want to disrupt everything just to follow his wishes. Plus, taking care of that dog would be a huge responsibility, and I don't think it's fair for him to impose that on me. I decided to decline the inheritance. Now, my family's furious with me. They say I'm being ungrateful, that my father worked hard to leave us something, and that I should have respected his wishes. Some have even accused me of being selfish for not making an effort to preserve the family legacy. Honestly, I'm not sure if I did the wrong thing. I don't want to upend my life for these conditions that I think are unreasonable, but at the same time, I can't help but feel guilty. Am I the asshole?
I feel like there's more she's not telling us. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, why does he want her to move there? Like, is there something about the city he lives in? Like, is it their home city? Maybe she's living in, like, New York and they're actually from some random country and he wants her to, like, get more in touch with her culture. I feel like she's not sharing a lot. Like, I think that's, like, very shady. Because especially if the whole family's turning, I don't know.
It's weird. But you know how weird families can get when it's regarding inheritance. Like, they can get really
Girl, trust me, it's happening right now.
Oh.
Right here. It's getting bad.
Okay.
Not us.
But it can be intense. I don't know. I feel like that's so tricky, actually. Because it's like, weirdly enough, why are you putting all of these responsibilities on me? Like, why do I have to take the dog? Why are you giving me the house and
The thing is if she says no, and she's not mad, she doesn't seem mad that she declined it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she doesn't seem mad that she declined it. So I think she's definitely not the asshole. Like,
right.
If he has all the right to make weird requests for his money, it's what you worked for, they're not entitled to it. So if he makes all these requests, and she says, no, I'm not comfortable, so I will decline.
Right. And
she's not bitter about it, then it's good. Everything is good.
Right.
The family being all involved and stuff is weird, but it's like, be confident in your decision. You don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, you can't eat that.
Really?
I made that up. I think the candle scent will, like, you can do it in the stove. Oh, you don't have that kind of stove.
I have an electric stove.
Oh, smell if it smells like candle.
No, it smells like a burnt marshmallow.
It smells a little vanilla-y, I don't know. I love burnt marshmallows.
The candles aren't vanilla.
Where's your lighter?
I'm scented.
Where's your lighter? Because candles have like a weird waxiness to them. Just use a lighter.
They do.
I freaking love burnt marshmallows. Oops, sorry. And I use a gas stove, which is also really bad. Like, you're not supposed to eat it from a gas stove either.
Really?
And I'll eat like 10.
Are you just over your freaking stove, like?
Yes. No, I'm literally
with
always
a fork?
doing that. Yeah, with a fork. And it always tastes. It has that like gassy taste to it.
That's actually such a vibe. Okay, so do it with the big one.
It will light it up though. So. Just don't drop it. Just don't drop it. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
that's my favorite part. You gotta eat that. You gotta eat it. You gotta eat it. Yeah. And then light that too. And then light that too.
That's actually so good. Okay.
Wait, the setup is so pretty. Where's my phone? Do you have
right here? Yes.
Oh, can I get it for a second? Of course.
That's crazy. I don't know. I feel like if I do decide to procreate, maybe I can just adopt a kid and do a Bridget Mendler and be like a baddie and be like, yeah, actually, I adopted a 4-year-old 2 years ago.
She adopted a child?
She adopted a child, yeah. I think she adopted a little boy when he was 1, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Bridget Mendler is Bridget Mendler. OMG. I think she's one of like the best stars to leave Disney Channel, I think, in the last few generations. And this is like including what's her name? Sabrina. This is including Sabrina Carpenter. In the sense that Sabrina Carpenter has so much fame outside of Disney Channel, and so does Bridget Mendler, but like in different ways. They're both like badass, you know?
Doesn't she have like 3 degrees?
She has like 3 degrees. She has like 3 degrees, and then she also did the space program. Northvolt? No. Is that it? I feel like I know her space program. And she went to MIT and What else is she doing?
She started some company. She started some like AI company thing.
No, it's a space company.
Oh.
I think
You might be able to eat that. I just wouldn't. Like, don't listen to me. Like, I wouldn't.
I feel like you may have read up more on this, so you probably. Oh, the light died. Can it charge and also be in use?
I guess so. Yeah, it's blinking. It's blinking. I'm drinking rum
And Red Bull. Na, 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 na.
I like to bite off the burnt layer and then keep going. I do like the smell of things burning. We have fire blankets coming.
We do.
The first thing I bought when I moved out was a fire extinguisher. First thing.
Smart.
They're this big. They're so cute.
Why is this not? Oh, there it is. Oh, there goes the fridge knocking again. This is the other day when I was sleeping. Why are you playing with the fire? Okay, so I had turned on some theta brainwaves. I was like going in and out of sleep. I heard my fridge knocking as it normally does, and I was like, what if my fridge has been talking to me in Morse code all of these years? And what if it's telling me like the winning lottery numbers or something and I never knew? It just, what if the fridge started knocking? Fridge start knocking. It would have been crazy if it did.
Did you make your vision board already?
Mm-hmm. So guests we're gonna have this year. My top two as of like right now is Alex Costani,
Yeah.
and
So
Cardi B.
I saw this video of this girl and she was like, oh, like you guys make fun of millennials and the way millennials like did weird like unfunny stuff like really like weird YouTube days, but like your current day version of that is Alex Costani. Like the movements and stuff she does, like it's hilarious.
She's very funny.
But in 5 to 10 years, like are we gonna think like
no, we're
faces?
not.
No, we're not gonna think it's funny.
In 20 years you're gonna think it's funny. But it's funny now.
We're not gonna think it's funny. We're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I'm not worried about 10 years. I'm not worried about me in 10 years.
I feel like we should tell the audience what some of our TikTok strategies are gonna be.
Oh, I don't know what they are gonna be actually.
I feel like people should have some behind the scenes vibes of what's coming up and what the plan is for 2025. Since this is a New Year's Eve episode,
actually, yeah, we're gonna give you a bit of our vision board.
Like everyone's manifestations work differently, like what works best for them.
That's true.
And for me, because I'm like an extreme Capricorn, like super goal type, I need to do short-term ones. So I do monthly vision boards. So I already set up my month one and there's a lot of filming on it. I haven't done a yearly one yet, but I think we should do a yearly one for this. You can do it on Pinterest and create a Pinterest widget on your main page.
Like what you had sent. Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. Look, yeah. I love burnt anything. This is what I do. I always take that burnt layer off and then I do it again. It tastes even better like this. It tastes sweeter too. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull.
As we pour champagne.
The goal...
Oh no, I forgot we were recording.
The goal of 2025 is to create more than we consume. Create more than we consume.
Okay.
That is the overlying theme of the year.
I like that.
Okay, cool. I'm fucking with that.
Happy 2025.
Happy New Year!
Woo! Oh wait, where are the balloons? We have balloons. Oh, there's a lot more. Maybe this will be our cute little picture. Happy 2025!
Woo! The quiet woos in lowercase. The lowercase woo!